Okay.
I think we're on. We have 4 devices going here.
I would actually love to take a picture of this. I wish we could take a picture behind us.
I don't have another electronic device.
I was like,
to
wouldn't
do
that
it
be
in.
amazing? Yeah, like, oh, I'm live there. See? We're seeing each other's lives everywhere.
So we're just going to wait a couple of minutes. Hopefully people will start coming on. I'm going to try and wave at some of you guys. Hi, Kevin. See who is going to hop on so we can get some people going here. If my relatives from Greece are popping on, this is fantastic. Just got people everywhere. Which is great.
That's good.
Yeah, so for those of you who don't know me, I'm Elaine Manners and founder of Positively Infused and Fit Fierce Focused. And this is my bestie, Kim Dargon. She is founder of the Oil Collaborative, amongst other things, and we are all about the health and wellness of it all, right?
Yes, we are.
We're hopping on today.
We're hopping on because we think it's fun. So we have fun conversations, bantering with each other, and I think it's super important for you guys actually to see how simple this is, and how we like to share.
Yeah, little girl chat.
Little girl chat.
So Kevin, I don't know, you can hang on because you got women in your life you love.
But first of all, we all have like hormones, and it doesn't matter. We're all born with them. We're all.
But we are going to have some girl chat. I got myself some sleek tea ready to drink. I've already had 3 cups of coffee.
I've had 1 cup of coffee because that's my limit every day, and I have my red drink.
So we're going to start off by talking about hormones. So male or female, we have them all over our body, right? Hi, Rebecca.
Hi, Rebecca.
We have them all over. And what dictates all our hormones is our endocrine system. And endocrine system is the wheelhouse of all our hormones. And if our endocrine system is not in check and we don't have a good functional endocrine system, then our hormones are out of whack.
Yeah.
Totally out of whack.
Yeah.
So gut health, toxic levels, endocrine disruptors caused by lots of toxic products that we use in our environment, on our bodies, things that we eat. We have to be so mindful about the things that we do.
Well, and I think that you guys, I mean, one of the biggest statistics to talk about is in the UK, okay, in the EU, the EU, excuse me, they have close to 1,300 chemicals that have banned, okay? We have like 55 in the United States. So, and that has not changed since what, the 60s?
Right.
Yeah, which is a little crazy, okay? So if you think about that, we're talking about like, let's go, we go all the way back to like simple things. It's hard for me right now because I don't have any products in here that have bad stuff in them, but let's take like a lotion, right? You flip over the back of your lotion and see what's in it, okay? A lot of times you can't pronounce what they are, the words. Generally, if you cannot pronounce something, it is as some sort of synthetic or a chemical, which is not good for your body. But that's fine. But if you go all the way generally to the very, very end of it, there is usually some sort of fragrance, okay? And there's been lots and lots of studies. You guys can Google this. This is all public knowledge. When you look in fragrance, because, and this is how it goes back to the chemicals, because it's proprietary to an organization, they do not have to release what is in it. So you don't know what you're putting on your body, even if it's 2% of the actual product that you're using. So, and they're saying now that, fragrance can be just as detrimental. Obviously, we know it's detrimental to your endocrine system, but a lot of respiratory systems. I mean, if you think about it, I'm a severe asthmatic. Asthma in the last, 43, everybody has it. People are like popping off with inhalers all the time. Now, I understand we have modern medicine and that's fine, things have evolved, but not this many people should be asthmatic. It's just not something that should be happening, which means it's environmental. It's not like coming from your DNA.
Well, we see a lot of increase in cancers. In so for me, Hashimoto's, like everybody's got thyroid issues.
Yeah.
And really it's because our immune systems are so bogged down trying to get rid of the toxins that, things just start shutting down. And the faster that we can eliminate some of the ones that we can control, for example, things that you're putting on your body or in your body, the more ability your body has to take care of the ones you can't control, like the air you breathe, or when you're in public places, or that person who, lights up a cigarette outside the supermarket and you walk by. your body has the ability to heal from that because it's not bogged down trying to get rid of everything. I was reading yesterday about how many toxins there were in babies' umbilical cords.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Google
Yeah.
that. Toxins in baby umbilical cords. We are putting toxins in our babies before they're even born. It's crazy,
Right.
crazy.
Yeah, and
It's crazy.
it's a little terrifying. So you think about it, like all of our bodies, and this also like food allergies, right? So with food allergies, more and more people have become, there's more food allergies as well. And if you talk to most people whose kids have them, they're like, absolutely, it's because of like all the chemical exposure they're going to. And sometimes we say that. I'm going to be straight up honest with you. When I first started like kind of down this journey, I've been doing this for a long time, but even like until I got like the deeper dive, because like anything you do, you think you're using good products because it has like a green label or it has like a little, you know, it has plants on it. They refer to that as greenwashing, just to let you know. But as you flip it over, like again, you don't know what's in the back of your product. So you're looking at this and it's still the same materials. They just altered the packaging to look a certain way. So once, and I will tell you just a little like background on me for those who don't know me. I removed all chemical products, cleaning products, and I use 3 things to clean my house. Over a year ago, and I will tell you right now, I have not been sick at all.
We're knocking on some wood.
We're knocking on sick. Okay. I mean, yeah, like I won't feel great, but I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna take like some of these supplements that I actually use. I oil up every single day, okay, to keep my immune system high. And I know it's so simple that I think it's complicated for people.
Yeah.
Right? I mean,
well, it was overwhelming for me when I first started with
totally.
Young Living a year ago. I didn't know where to start, and I just really started with essential oils and diffusing because I like the way they smell.
Right.
I knew that candles are really, really, really bad.
Think about the soot that's on your candle.
Exactly,
Like,
that you're
that's-
inhaling
that. You're inhaling that.
Yeah. So, and I had thyroid issues. So I heard about essential oils for a long time. I just never dove in, right? So I decided I would start with the starter kit. It gave me all the things that I needed to know. And as I kept learning more, I'm a researcher, and I kept learning more about things. And I started to take things out of my world and started using things that were plant-based products that I could trust, that I could flip the bottle and understand every ingredient on there, and it wasn't something I couldn't pronounce or that I didn't know what it was. And I credit the fact that I am nearly off all my medication for my thyroid to detoxing my body, to getting rid of everything. So, and again, for hormones, and I've gone through menopause and I haven't had a hot flash since I started using essential oils and the supplements and the plant-based of it all. Not just the oils, guys. Young Living is a wellness company, and it has supplements, detergents, everything that you could possibly need.
And they're all infused with essential oils,
right?
Which is amazing. So if just the essential oil itself is super high in antioxidants. So when you're taking, we say like you're taking the bad out and putting the good in, any product that you're putting internally on your, like internally or externally on your body, you're diffusing into the air with the essential oils, is creating this amazing ability for your body to heal, and putting good stuff in all the time, which is awesome.
Right. So when you detox your endocrine system, you now give your body the ability to function properly.
Right.
And that's what's been, heal, right? And so for my thyroid, there is, my doctor's just amazed at how much he's had to drill back my medication because now my body's actually working the way it was meant to work. Right. And my thyroid isn't giving me the issues that it was giving me. Now, don't get me wrong. I've changed my food. I eat better. I exercise better. It is all of those pieces. Just switching one component in your life, yes, it will help, but you need to do all the things. We talk about all the things.
You do need to do all the things, but I also think it's super important because I think a lot of people think, we're doing like drinking green smoothies all day long and doing all this stuff. Yes, I wake up and I do certain things every day and I have things that I do, but I also want to be able to like eat the pizza and have the wine and get my packaged food from Trader Joe's because it's faster. Like if, we're talking about the toxins, like anything that's wrapped in plastic, right, is actually not great for us. But like, listen, I don't live on a farm and I'm not going to pick stuff. I want to be able to like quickly run to like close down the street for me and get that stuff. So that's all really like, it all has to be used in like harmony with everything. It can't just be in isolation.
Right, we have to be real.
But you have to be real. I think all of us want to have like a real good life. And the goal for me is I'm in my 40s. Like I want to feel good in my 50s and 60s and 70s and not take more medication. As we age, our bodies start to deteriorate in general, right? Because that's what happens. But keeping like changing out products, changing things to myself, increasing my wellness, exercising, drinking tons of water, oiling up every day has changed how my body is. It's changed my skin.
Right.
It's allowed me not to be sick for an entire year and not take any medication. Like that's huge for me. Huge, huge, huge.
Right. Well, then that's back to me. If you're able to take out the big chunks of toxic stuff in your life, then you can have the pizza. You can, maybe do something that normally you'd say, oh, that's bad for me. Life is about moderation, right?
Yeah.
And so I want to
Dark
live.
chocolate.
I just want to live well, right? And if you have to drink wine and chocolate sometimes, then that's what we have to do. No, it's true though. Like, so I'm not like some like freaky person who just does, X, Y, and Z all day long. And I can't do that. No, clearly not. I mean, I do all the things. But however, the more we are able to detox out of our environment and the things that we put on our bodies, like makeup and lotions and shampoos and detergents and eliminating dryer sheets and all those things, the better our bodies will be able to handle the times that we are not able to pick the right thing, or when we choose to go off and do something else. So
it lets our body, and our bodies have our bodies are an amazing machine. We were given the ability to heal ourselves. We have an immune system, and the reason why the immune system is created is to help us fight off infections. That is the fabulous thing about it. But the problem is when our immune system is getting taxed all the time, whether it attacks your whole body, endocrine, asthma, whatever part. We all have weaknesses in our body, but we're all getting bombarded all the time. When you do that, our body has the inability to actually heal itself.
Right.
And that's when people are taking medications or they feel super sluggish. They can't, people will get depressed. But I think we should talk about if you were to pick a couple things that would be you would suggest to people to change, where would you start? What is your, where are your targets?
The best way, I think, to affect your entire family, not just yourself, because that's two different components, right? Is getting rid of all the cleaning products in your house.
I agree.
Dryer sheets, all of it.
I agree.
Just get rid of it all.
And I want when you look at detergent, okay, or something you wash your dishes with, if it is a color like blue or pink or green, does not look like it's a color made in nature, it's not. And so when it's not, there's been fragrances and things put into it. And so your body has all these pores, right? And so you're putting clothes on that you're washing your laundry with. You're putting the clothes on your body. You're washing your dishes and then you're eating your food. I will straight up be honest with you. When my kids were little, I'm super OCD. Guess what I was using for my kids when I was wiping down their bleach? I was using Clorox wipes because I was like, I don't like the messes. Clorox wipes. Literally, it was just damaging my kids' immune systems.
Right, but we didn't know any better. That's how we grew up
whatever.
Too.
So
my house was clean if you could smell bleach. That was my mentality. If I could smell bleach, then
your house
was clean.
Yeah, and I think that's And I think that's one of the hardest things for people to understand is that is a training of your brain.
Right.
Just because your house smells like bleach does not mean it's clean. And actually, I'm not going to throw bleach under the bus all the time, but it's so taxing on your lungs. So taxing. Forget about being an asthmatic. In general, it's taxing. And there are great ways to clean. And if you love amazing smells, the cool thing is you can actually add different essential oils to it and different other plant-based products to make it smell better.
Right.
So it's simple.
I agree.
Right?
I agree.
I think that, yes, there's all the things I've done, but hands down, I would say removing the toxins from my house.
Right. I live with two teenagers. They're not always buying into everything I'm trying to sell.
Right.
To them,
Because you're the mom.
Yeah, because I'm the mom, right. But I can passively affect their health.
Yes.
By those things, by cleaning, by their detergent on their clothes, by only having the Thieves toothpaste in my house or the Thieves hand soap in my house.
Because they have to go and buy at CVS with their own money. If they want something else, they're not going to do it. They're lazy.
They won't do that.
But I think the point of what you were just saying is that's because you're the gatekeeper of your house.
That's right.
We don't get to control what the hell happens outside. And we definitely don't get to control what our teenagers do when I leave the house. Because I was rolling through the drive-thrus. But I get to control what I can give them at home, what food I present to them, what they clean their house with, what makeups they put on their skin, what sunscreens I let them wear. I can do that, and that's amazing to be able to control something like that and to show them that there are solutions that are super easy. This isn't like we're big and telling everybody to put oils in their body all day long for everything they're doing. I mean, we're like, just change your makeup.
Right.
Use a different cream. You're already you guys are using face creams, right? You're just using a different one that has better quality.
No crap.
Real crap.
Sorry, no
Sorry,
crap.
I'm like
No
trying
crap.
to be really.
I know, but there's no crap.
But I think the other thing we really want to talk about, and obviously we're both like big Young Living advocates. We've been to the farms, we've done everything. I will challenge anybody who's watching this video, whoever watched this video, to tell me that they have not seen an essential oil right now. I feel like the reason why we're even like trying to talk about this more and getting out there is because they're in the Target bin.
They're in the dollar Target
They're
bin.
everywhere.
They're in hardware stores.
People don't know, there's no education behind them. That's what we give as education, but there is no, they actually could be more detrimental to you, to be straight up honest with you. Because like when you look at something from Young Living, the back of it, like they're all over there, but like an orange oil, okay, is just going to say it is orange. It is diffused from oranges, the orange peel, actually. That's how they do citrus. But like when you flip over other ones, I'm not going to get into, it's not my, whatever. There are other things, and it actually says do not consume. That is ridiculous, right? Because it is a consumable if it is pure therapeutic grade A. Okay, I need you guys to really understand that.
Right.
Even if you're buying them from like wellness stores and stuff like that, sometimes the quality is not there.
You need to know what you're buying, and I
your
don't care whether
farmer
you're
is.
talking. Know your farmer.
Know your farmer
You need
for
to
food.
know whether you're talking about essential oils, whether you're talking about food, whatever. We need to become more informed consumers because we can no longer trust the brand. Right. Back to what Kim said about greenwashing, but I think it's so important to look at the labels and understand what you're buying. I'm guilty. I bought essential oils at TJ Maxx. Because I didn't know better, right?
Because they're there, and everyone's like, "Oh, they're so cool."
There, so let me
they're
figure
trendy.
it out. They were right up front in a display. I bought them,
Yeah.
and they made me sick. They were just, and that has not a knock to TJ Maxx at all.
No, they don't.
They're
Whatever.
not.
I mean,
They're not an essential oils producer. It's just where I bought them, right? So I flipped after I went to a class about Young Living essential oils, and I learned, and somebody taught me, and I flipped the back of what the oils were from TJ Maxx, and I couldn't even read half of the things that went. And the main thing that popped out to me was fragrance, and we know that fragrance is bad.
That's a bad thing.
And to be honest with you, those went in the trash, and I've never looked back. Was I still skeptical about it my first 4 months in? Yes, I was. I'm always questioning. But I took the time and flew halfway across the country to Utah.
Right.
And I went to the world. To me, it was the world at the time. I flew out to Utah, and I went to the farms where Young Living grows some of their plants.
Yep.
And I learned seed to seal, and I learned all about it. And you know what? Hands down, I planted a seed myself. Hands down, I would never use any other essential oil. Never, ever, ever.
And I don't want to speak negatively about anybody else. It's not, but this is something I use every day in my house for my family. I refer to people. I have a team of people. We work together with groups of people to educate them on it. It is just something that we know personally works, and we trust the quality. Right. Again, we are educators. The company stands behind their seed to seal promise for themselves, and everyone buys their product from them. We are not like a crazy lady walking around like selling. You want to buy some oil?
Yeah, it's not about that. It's really, what
it's the
we're
education.
Here to educate people and help
We've
them
learned.
and walk alongside people to convert their lives to being more healthy, staying above the wellness line, and having items in their homes that help not only do the job, but also secondarily benefit their health.
It's just giving people options and making people aware of what it, and like we're all going to be aware, like people know on the back, like if you flip over the back of a wine bottle, it's going to tell you like, don't do this for this reason, it can affect your health. You're making a decision when you're doing stuff, like you're making a decision when you go to McDonald's. It's fine, but it's good for people to have the information. The more information you know, and for me, the deeper I dove, I was like, oh, okay, like I need to remove more stuff, and my health has changed dramatically. No one in my house has been sick this year. I mean, that's
right, and that's
pretty
huge.
big thing to say. Like everybody's sick, and I'm like,
I have to say, my son did get sick, but he was done. And like normally he goes down, and he's down for 5 days, right? but he was out of school for one day and he was back in school the next. It was just that quick.
And
I mean, it helps to
obviously
support your
people
body.
get sick and it's not that, whatever.
Right.
Like we have to do stuff, but, so do you have questions?
I see somebody wrote something
About
on
celiac?
celiac. So, right, well, having celiac disease is another autoimmune as far as I'm concerned. And it's all gut health.
It's all gut health.
So for gut health, Kim is really good about gut health because that affects her asthma so much. For me, I had bad gut health when I was really sick. And so changing all my food and avoiding my triggers really helped my gut heal. Bone broth was my savior.
Yep.
Because that helps heal leaky gut, helps hypertrichia, it helps all of that. So I think it's important that you do your research on gut health, prebiotics, probiotics, all those things.
Yeah, I mean, I could talk about guts forever. I love them. And I will tell you, so I would say toxins out, okay? Second, get your gut in order. I think very few of us actually, very few of us, our guts are in order. And when they're not, 70% of your wellness in your body is in your gut. Okay, so if your gut, and we're not going to get into this like all in massive detail right now, but things are supposed to come out a certain way, and when they're not, and I think majority of the population isn't even aware of that. You want to make sure you have positive flora in your gut in order for it to grow. So that's why people have like kabutras and like kimchis and stuff like that, because anything that's fermented will help grow positive bacteria, or yogurt cultures and stuff like that, right? So that's why people have always used those, and they talk about that, like when you've taken antibiotic, people are like, make sure you're taking your probiotics, or make sure you're having some extra yogurt, because you want to grow those good bacteria in your gut. And as you grow that positively, like literally think about like a broccoli, getting bigger, your body stays healthier, your immune system stays healthier, and then your whole body can keep on processing the way that it needs to. Now, you're going to go fluctuations, right? Because you might eat something that might change that. That's fine. Or you might have taken antibiotic, and you're going to have to like double up on stuff. But that for me would be I would say like the best thing to actually, like that would be like the step up after that for me, is like getting your gut in order.
Right. You really
affect
do.
Everything.
So your best way to start is avoid the things that trigger you, and then slowly start to do the things that heal your gut. And so there's a lot of information out there about healing your gut. I started with just diet. I stopped all the processed foods, and I just started drinking bone broth in the morning, in the evening. I started drinking lemon water to help my liver detox. You just have to start, and it can be overwhelming, but the key to success is to pick something, start with that, and then move on to the next thing, and move on to the next thing. It's just a lifestyle change, and if you want health and wellness, you just have to do it. That's the bottom line. Nobody can do it for you. There's no magic pill. There's no magic anything. You just have to start somewhere and start slowly changing things out.
And it's also, one of those things like not every day is going to be perfect. Like you're going to mess something up, and that's fine. Like you just keep on doing all the things to keep your body healthy, just like you would for your kids or anybody else. You just, think about how you would want to take care of somebody else, like someone that you love in your life, how you want to take care of them, and do that to yourself. Right. That's super important. Right? Because if you're not healthy, like physically, emotionally, then you're not really good for anybody.
Right. True.
Right.
I think we could go ad nauseum at this.
We could.
I think
We'll
we
stop.
need to. We'll stop, but we will hop on again in the future. We might try and make this a regular thing. So
I know, maybe we
so
start
much
a
to talk
podcast.
about. That would be so cool. Yeah. So
Okay.
if you guys have any questions, I know we're in like 4 different
Yeah.
places right now. Just pop the questions on. We'll both see them. We'll answer them. We will do all
We
the
really
things.
are in many places.
I know. Send us private messages if you don't want to post publicly. We've really enjoyed talking with you all. Thank you for jumping in. If you're watching this on Instagram, you can replay it for 24 hours. I am also in Facebook Live in my own private group, but I'm happy to talk to you on Facebook as well.
Well, I tagged you on your personal page.
Yeah, so you're probably seeing me there. So please feel free. Just ask us any questions. We're here as a resource.
We do big classes, individual classes together. Lots of one-on-ones, because people really want to have more of a personal conversation, and that's the part really that I love.
No, me
So
too.
like.
I like it all.
I love it all, but I love being able to sit with people and creating like a plan for them.
Yeah,
that's going to make them.
Yeah.
Like based on, successes that we've had.
90 days.
90 days, 30, 60,
days.
90.
Yep.
You'll see a huge difference. It's like anything in your life, 30, 60, 90,
30,
guys.
60, 90.
Okay. All right, happy Saturday.
Have a good one.
Bye.
Bye.